Julius Caesar, story of the play by William Shakespeare. Julius Caesar is a play by William Shakespeare that tells the story of the assassination of the Roman leader Julius Caesar and the aftermath of his death. The play has 5 acts and is set in ancient Rome and the nearby fields. The main characters of the play are Julius Caesar, the leader of the Roman Republic, who is ambitious and popular, but also arrogant and deaf to warnings. Brutus, a noble and honorable Roman senator, who is Caesar's friend, but joins the conspiracy against him for the sake of Rome. Cassius, a cunning and jealous Roman general, who is the leader of the conspiracy against Caesar and persuades Brutus to join him. Antony, a loyal and charismatic Roman general, who is Caesar's ally and avenges his death by rallying the people and waging war against the conspirators. Octavius, Caesar's adopted son and heir, who joins Antony in the war against the conspirators. The plot summary of the play is: Act 1, Caesar returns to Rome after defeating his rival Pompey. He is celebrated by the people, but some Roman senators are worried about his growing power and popularity. A soothsayer warns Caesar to beware the Ides of March, March 15th, but Caesar ignores him. Cassius tries to convince Brutus that Caesar is a tyrant and should be killed. Brutus is conflicted, but agrees to meet with Cassius and other conspirators later. Act 2, Brutus decides to join the conspiracy and kill Caesar for the good of Rome. He receives a letter from Cassius that urges him to act. The conspirators meet at Brutus's house and plan to stab Caesar at the Senate the next day. Brutus's wife Portia senses that something is wrong and asks him to confide in her, but he refuses. Meanwhile, Caesar's wife Calpurnia has a nightmare that Caesar is killed and begs him to stay home, but he is persuaded by Decius, one of the conspirators, to go to the Senate. Act 3, at the Senate, Caesar is surrounded by the conspirators, who pretend to plead for a pardon for a banished friend. They then stab Caesar one by one, with Brutus being the last. Caesar dies saying, "Et tu, Brute? You too, Brutus?" The conspirators proclaim themselves as liberators of Rome, but the people are shocked and confused. Antony arrives and pretends to befriend the conspirators, but secretly vows to avenge Caesar. He asks to speak at Caesar's funeral, and Brutus agrees, thinking that Antony will praise the conspirators. However, Antony delivers a powerful speech that turns the people against the conspirators, and incites a riot. Brutus and Cassius flee the city, while Antony, Octavius, and another general, Lepidus, form a new triumvirate to rule Rome and pursue the conspirators. Act 4, Brutus and Cassius set up their army in Sardis, but they argue over money and strategy. Brutus reveals that Portia has killed herself out of grief and anxiety. They reconcile and prepare to face Antony and Octavius at Philippi. Brutus is visited by the ghost of Caesar, who tells him that he will see him again at Philippi. Act 5, the two armies clash at Philippi. Brutus and Cassius exchange farewells, knowing that they might die. Cassius is misled by one of his soldiers that Brutus's army is defeated, and he kills himself with the same dagger that he used to kill Caesar. Brutus finds Cassius's body and mourns him. He then fights bravely, but his army is overpowered. He asks one of his soldiers, Strato, to hold his sword while he runs on it and kills himself. Antony and Octavius find Brutus's body and praise him as the noblest of the conspirators. They order a proper burial for him and declare peace.